Okay, hey y'all. So this is Toni. I'm Toni, and I'm doing a little cooking show. And today we're going to be doing mac and cheese from scratch. None of that melting the cheese and putting it in the macaroni, stirring it up, and then calling it mac and cheese. That's not how we're going to do it. We're going to do it from scratch. So we're going to start over here. I already have my macaroni boiled and ready. Keep it covered up. You start off with your pot. You put a stick of margarine in your pot. So you basically gonna let that melt. Then you're gonna get we're gonna say you use tablespoon flour. You do your tablespoon of flour over there in the margarine. That's gonna help it to come together. I also put in a tablespoon of sugar. That's just so you won't have that tart taste from the cheese. You know, cheese has a tart taste. So you do that. This is my cheese. I'm using shredded cheese simply because it's easier to maintain versus you cutting up a block of cheese. A block of cheese is 8 ounces for a block of Kraft cheese. I use Kraft cheese. So this is two blocks of cheese, which is 16 ounces, but it's shredded. Bags of shredded cheese. You can use shredded. If you want to cut up your cheese, you can do whichever one. But I use shredded now. I'm going to set that to the side. So I'm still waiting on this to the butter to melt. I just kind of stir up the flour and the sugar up in the pot to mix it up a little bit. Okay. So milk. You can use whatever kind of milk you like to use. You didn't get the refrigerator, did you? Oh. I like to use whole milk. Okay? Now, it's hard to measure this milk because it depends on what size pan of macaroni and cheese you're making. For the size pan that I'm making, I'll fill this pot maybe half full, a little bit under half. Okay, see about how much milk I use for that. So you kind of just let this get warm because you're going to put your cheese over there, so you want it to get a little warm. So you have to put salt in your cheese mix. Because if you don't use salt, your macaroni and cheese will be bland. So again, around a tablespoon of salt. It looks like a lot of salt, but actually it's not. Stir this up. Now, this sauce, this milk, and butter and stuff should be about warm. So now this is where you add your cheese. Now I have one mild cheese and one sharp cheese mixed together. That makes the macaroni and cheese real good. Real good. And some people say some to sprinkle on top. I have some more that I'm going to sprinkle on top once the mac and cheese come out the oven. Okay. So you just let that get in there. And you got your fire, you have your fire on medium high. I don't know if you can see the fire or not, but kind of medium high. See, the cheese will start to melt. So So you kind of just stand here and stir it. Now the thing of it is once this is all nice and hot and cheese is melted, your egg, you can't just come and pour your egg in this hot mixture, because what will happen is your egg will cook. So you take some of this and pour it over in the bowl that the egg is mixed up in, and let the egg become temperature of the cheese sauce. Then you pour it over there in the cheese sauce. So when this cheese starts to melt, this whole color is going to turn orange. It's going to be a whole different color. Oh, it's looking good. All right, see that cheese melting? That's what you want. Oh, yeah. So this the egg. Gotta make sure it's looking like that with bubbles. That way you know it's been mixed up really well. The reason being so the egg won't cook, y'all. You don't want your egg cooked in your macaroni and cheese. So I take some of this cheese sauce and I put over in the egg just to get the egg room, the temperature of the cheese sauce. You don't want to pour the egg immediately in the cheese sauce because it'll cook immediately. So this is kind of like getting room temperature. Yeah, so I'm putting some of this hot cheese sauce. It don't matter whether you put cheese or not in there, but you just want to get it warm. The egg. Stir it up. The bowl still feels a little cold, so that's letting me know it's not quite there yet. I know this seems like it's a task, but trust me. Okay, so now this is my egg with a little bit of my cheese sauce. I just pour it back over there in there. See, now I don't have to worry about that egg cooking, because I done got it the same temperature of the sauce. Okay, you see the difference in color? It's because all that cheese is melted. Alright, so we're going to turn this on off. That's how you make your cheese, your macaroni and cheese. That's the sauce. Okay. Now this is the challenging part. Oh, some of my macaroni stuck to the paper towel. That happens. Sticking my macaroni. Oh, Jesus. Uncover that. Now what you get ready to do is pour this sauce over in the pan with the macaroni. Now this can be challenging because sometimes it spills. Pour it nice and slow. See, in my case, sometimes I always make too much sauce. Like it look like I did today. But I want to get all my cheese in there. Oops, it's about to run over. But all my cheese is at the bottom. So I just kind of okay, so we're back. mac and cheese is out the oven. Not too, as you can see, this is how the final product looks. See? All nice and done. Now I just take some shredded cheese, sprinkle over the top. And there you have, ladies and gentlemen, Toni's mac and cheese. And that's cooking with soul. Tune in next week. I'm going to have something else I'm going to cook for y'all next week. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be. So just tune in and you'll see.